So that is government failure. Do you understand government failure here? Government is trying to solve a problem. But because of solving that problem, it brings about a higher price. Is it clear?
Yes.
The second one, is it clear, please?
Yes.
Another example is that government may want to increase the income level of income level of the poor by raising the minimum wage. When I talk about minimum wage, it means the least amount of money you could pay to the lowest ranked officer in the country. So most of the people in employment, the highest proportion of those in employment are middle or low income earners. Yes or no? The largest proportion of people in employment are middle or low income earners. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, great. So government wants to boost their income, increase their level of income. To do that, government has to do it legally to ensure that all businesses pay the minimum wage. So there's government intervention here, right? Because low wages paid to employees is a market failure. Do you get the point I'm making here? When you pay low wages to your employees, it's a market failure. So government is forcing firms or companies to pay the legal minimum wage. So doing this means the low income earners will be able to earn more and their living standard would improve. Yes or no? Yes or no, please?
Yes.
Now, the point is, if government is raising the minimum wage, firms might stop employing low income earners for jobs. Do you get it or not? Do we get it or not?
I got it.
Government is increasing the minimum wage. Increasing the minimum wage means low income earners will be earning more. Because they are earning more, it increases the cost of wages for firms. So firms will stop employing low income earners. And if firms stop employing low income earners, it means low income earners will be out of job. Yes or no? So those people government is trying to protect are now out of job, based on the fact that government has increased the minimum wage. Is it a government failure or not? Is it a government failure or not?
Yes.
Do we understand government failure now?
Yes.
Great. The second one, unintended consequence. That's another way government could fail. For unintended consequence, this implies to the result of an action of government which resulted in an unexpected outcome. This is an unexpected outcome. Unemployment here. Government never thought about unemployment. It only wants to make the society a better place. It only wants to increase or improve the living standards of the low-income earners. It only wants to improve the income of disadvantaged people in the society. But at the end of it all, the outcome is what? Unemployment. Do you get the point here? So the unemployment that arises as a result of this government decision is called unintended consequence. Do we get unintended consequence?
Yes.
Government's action, which brings about an unexpected outcome. Government never thought unemployment would increase. Government just wants to improve the living standard of low-income earners. But now low-income earners are out of job. So it will be considered as government failure. Unintended consequence. Is it clear?
Yeah.
The third one, excessive administrative cost. This implies that the administrative cost of correcting market failure is so large that it exceeds the welfare benefit of correcting the market failure. This means government may spend too much on certain intervention than the results. For example, government investing on employment scheme. For example, government investing on employment scheme, which allows people to seek for employment. This means that those who might as well privately seek employment will use the scheme. Then the point is here is government trying to use employment scheme. What is employment scheme? A scheme that a platform that allows people to get job easily. That is an employment scheme. But if government is investing on that, government is doing that to encourage a lot of people to look for job. Yes or no? Good. So in the course of doing this, those that have the capability or ability to look for job privately, they would not do it because it's cheap to use government schemes. Get the point here? Government has invested so much on employment scheme. In the course of investing so much on employment scheme, it means every individual in the country can use that employment scheme to seek for a job. Do you get it? So this means those that have the capability or ability to even find jobs privately would not. They would rather use government scheme because government scheme is cheaper. So in the course of everyone using government scheme, it means a lot of people will still be out of job. Government has spent so much, but too little is gotten. Do you understand the point I'm making here? Government has spent, but government has spent on this scheme to allow those that are disadvantaged to use that scheme, those that cannot have the capability to look for jobs, to use the scheme. But those that have the capability and ability to look for jobs are still using the scheme, as well as those that do not have the capability. So everybody is using the scheme because the scheme is cheaper. So it means government has spent so much, but too little as a result. Do you understand too much administrative cost here?
Yes.
Government has spent so much, but the result it's getting is less, based on the fact that everyone is using it. So government wants to achieve certain objective, but the objective is not going to be achieved because everyone is using the same scheme. So if I have the opportunity, what I'm saying is this: if there's a platform that I can use to find a job, which is provided by government, but normally I can get a job without even using the scheme or the platform. But because it is cheap to use, I would as well use it. So everybody uses it. So nobody wants to find jobs privately anymore. They want to use government scheme. Because everybody wants to use government scheme, it's not going to be enough. It will be inefficient. So government has spent so much for nothing. That is excessive administrative cost. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any question about this? So we'll continue with other forms of government failure.